and to the republics for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, good morning, everyone. Morning. Housekeeping note, this meeting is being recorded. Thanks, Mr. Calvin Moore. We typically start these meetings with introductions. Mr. Moore, I'll let you begin.
Justin Felger, Managing Editor, Daily Press for the Record.
Hi, Fry, Elk County Treasurer. Rick Brown, Elk County Solicitor.
Rick Bauer, Elk County Commissioner.
Fritz Lecker, Elk County Commissioner.
Morning, Matt Quisenberry, the Elk County Commissioner.
Pat Straub, Chief Clerk, Elk County.
Terry Williamson, Deputy Chief Clerk.
Good morning, Kate Whaler, District Manager of the Elk County Conservation District.
Morning, Children and Youth Director.
Nancy Davis. Thanks, everyone. Don't have a whole lot going on today, but we'll get started. First on our list is approval of the agenda. We have an agenda before us. Any changes, questions, comments? Hearing none, I'd look for a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve. Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. Motion to approve and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have review of our meeting minutes of the Commissioners meeting of July 9th. For a motion to approve those.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We have no presentations today. No resolutions, no old business. We're keeping current, which is great. Under new business, we have a request by the Elk County Conservation District regarding a transfer of the lease of the West Creek Wetland Learning Center. Transferred from the County of Elk to the Elk County Conservation District. Today we have Kate Whaler from the Conservation District. Kate, want to give us some background on this?
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, so basically the county has a long-term lease for the West Creek Wetland Learning Center, which is located on West Creek in the city of St. Mary's. So the lease was signed in October of 2012, October 10th of 2012, and it was a long-term lease, so it expires in 2035. Yeah, 2035. So it's already a number of years into the agreement, and then kind of the intent of the agreement once upon a time is it's a wetland facility that had previously been owned by the industrial, what was the counties, and then they sold it to the industrial complex in St. Mary's. They had issues kind of developing it because it's a wetland, and there's a lot of regulatory things associated with that. And so we were trying to figure out, long ago, we're trying to figure out what to do with it. Decided that it would be a good like public use facility. So there's a trail out there, there's a dock, there's an educational pavilion, we do programs out there. So it was kind of like, well, if it can't be used for commercial development due to the regulatory restrictions, let's make it a community space. The county supported that. We worked with the county, worked with West Penn to come up with this agreement. And so for a number of years, for the last 14 years, the agreement has been in the county's name. West Penn owns the land, and then we have maintained it. So we have like a maintenance agreement with the county. You know, we say, hey, we'll take care of it. We cut the grass. We have trail cameras up there that we, monitor activity out there. We fix the road up, porta potties, all that type of stuff. So I think the reason why the Conservation District just didn't take it at the time was probably due to capacity. If I had to guess, I mean, it was before my time. It was 14 years ago. I've been with the district for 12 years, but the district had 3 staff at the time. Just capacity building and funding levels were different at the time. I think today we're much better equipped to have the lease be in our name. I mean, we take care of it anyhow. We manage it anyhow. We do school programs out there anyhow. I'm planning on taking a group of the St. Mary's teachers out there, next week for their summer institute program. It kind of just seems like it would be best fit for us. And then long-term goals of the property. We've been in conversations with West Penn about purchasing it, and they're open to selling it. So instead of it being a long-term lease, we would just like to own it, like forever. So currently, we're not allowed to modify the property anyway that's not outlined in the lease. So like there's no electricity out there, which is a little bit ironic. It's owned by West Penn. But it would be easier for us if there was electricity, you know, if we wanted to do an event, we wanted to plug in like roasters, crock pots, you do a program, you want a PowerPoint presentation. So like getting electricity out there, we're currently using porta potties. It's fine and it suits for what we're doing, but it's not ideal. You know, it'd be nice to have restrooms, handicap accessible restrooms. And it does see a ton of use. And so we don't want to just let it go. We want to do more. So that's kind of our long-term plan. We'd like to take over the lease agreement temporarily. We've been in discussions with West Penn. They think in the next 5 years or so, they'll be open to selling it. So our plan or our request would be for us to take the lease agreement over, put it in our name, and then hopefully in the next 5 years, we can work with West Penn to just purchase it outright. Would be the intent. Is questions? Did I miss anything? Right, I told you.
My only question was gonna be, well, but I think you sort of answered it is, why did the county get involved? Why couldn't this have happened back in 2012 directly with the conservation district?
Yeah.
Why was it the county and then they're subleasing it to,
Yeah, the county owned the land originally.
right, but they sold it to West Penn.
Right. And I'm not really sure.
Okay,
I don't know if it was just because we didn't have the capacity.
June might have had that answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure the why of how we ended up here. Also, I mean, we used to be in Ridgeway too. And so we were driving to St. Mary's to take care of it. But then now that we're located in St. Mary's, it especially makes sense for us to just handle it. I mean, it's a half a mile down the road from our office, which is super convenient.
So Rick, that's something that you can work on. You need to do something with that to get that lease agreement transferred into their name or. I mean, how does
West Penn,
Oh.
So I mean, this lease agreement does not allow the assignment of the lease, but I'm assuming if both parties agree that we can change that.
They told us, yes, that if we agreed that they would,
Okay.
it's fine
So-
on their end.
and they'll provide the document. I'm assuming.
Or do we need to do it?
So West Penn's been interesting. I dealt with a guy named Kevin for what felt like an eternity, and then Kevin's recently retired. So Kevin had previously told me to take this document, make it an editable PDF, and then change everywhere it says County of Elk to, Elk County Conservation District, and then send it to them for approval, and that they would just sign a new one. Is what Kevin had told me the process was, and then we have a new guy, he didn't really seem sure of how the mechanics of it would work. So I guess I'd be open to recommendations on.
We could sign a new lease directly between you and them, but I think there has to be something in writing that cancels this one out.
Yeah, I think the termination clause in this says like you must give written notice for 90 days. So would you prefer
But
that?
after 2035, right? Like,
I think if you wanted to terminate before it said that, but
It's number 2,
yeah, it's right on the back of the first page.
the expiration of the agreement. So the agreement is not expired.
prior to the expiration of the agreement, yeah, okay.
So is this just something we can take a vote on and just have you do the legal process to get it out of our name, get it over to theirs or?
To terminate this lease.
Yeah, I guess, is that what we need to do? Or is there something else? We're just transferring it over.
I think there's two ways to do it. It's either we assign our rights with their permission to the conservation district, or we agree to allow this to be terminated so they can enter into their own lease with West Penn. I'm just thinking though, it might be better to have it on the next agenda, this agenda. This wasn't on here, was it?
Yeah, it was number, well, it.
Oh, it was on. So I guess, yeah,
It was for these.
So would it,
sorry.
Cleaner to assign it. Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna rewrite the document.
I thought we were not allowed to.
Well, both parties agree.
Yeah, there would be a separate agreement that cancels that part off.
It sounds like West Penn wants just a clean lease.
That's what the older gentleman that I had dealt with said, was to just redo this exact same lease and just substitute conservation for, or county for conservation and then send it to him.
But the other guy that we spoke with, when we were over there that day, remember he said, yeah, just go ahead and get a transfer agreement settled.
He did say that, yeah, so I think,
That
I
was
think
a
if-
different guy.
Yeah,
The
the-
new guy that took the place that you know,
yep, yeah, I think his name's Bill.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think Bill was looking for the county to say, yes, we wanna transfer this to conservation, like maybe like a letter. And then. I'm not sure about the assigner thing that you're talking about, but. They seemed open to working with us, however, we needed to make it work.
So
Honestly, I think it would be easy just to have a one-page assignment where both parties agree to assign the county's rights to.
And let them tell you that that's not right. That would be the simplest way.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It could be a very simple.
yeah, and then the contract stays in effect until 2035 with you guys. If we're talking.
Right, and hopefully we would purchase a property prior to that 2035 date anyhow. Which,
Do you have a contact name at West Penn that you can forward to Rick?
absolutely.
Can I get your information? Cause I can send it to you for review.
Yep, I have a business card, I'll get it to you.
So any action item today?
So I guess I'll make a motion to, direct you to do that.
Well, it'd be, an agreement to assign the rights under this license agreement to the conservation district. Contingent upon West Penn's agreement as well.
So that would be the motion. Did you get that, Carrie?
That's not the item on the agenda.
Can you say that again?
Transfer.
I'm just gonna clarify with the solicitor, are we comfortable with the language representing the motion?
This is transfer to lease. We are transferring your rights under the lease.
So we'll make
We
a
might be
motion
splitting hairs there.
to transfer or assign the lease from the county to the conservation district. Is that correct?
For the West Creek Wetland.
Yeah, motion to assign our rights under the license agreement, the license agreement to the conservation district. Pending approval of to West Penn Power, they would have to agree to it.
So
I'll second.
Make sure Carrie got that.
Can I read this back, please?
Yes.
There's not, right. Motion to transfer or assign the lease from county to the conservation district pending West Penn.
And then Matt's these, you don't have that.
Max
But I just say,
Steves. I got it now.
Okay, good.
God bless you.
send the minutes.
So we have a motion and a second. Go ahead.
And then, so our solicitor, that you'll work on that document and kick it over to Kate. She can get, okay.
Send it out to the team,
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
pretty easy.
We have a motion and a second. Any other comments, discussion? All those in favor, the motion made by Commissioner Queensberry signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Thank you, that was easy. New business number 2, Children and Youth Services. We have 3 renewals to go over. Our director is Nancy Baker is here today. Nancy just will approve these as consolidation into one. So if you want to give us a little synopsis of each, that'd be great.
Sure, good morning, thanks for having me here. So our renewal contract for Dickinson Center, they provide parenting throughout Elk County for some of our vulnerable children and families, so that will be a renewal contract for them we'd be looking at. That would be A. B is what we call CWIS, the Child Welfare Information Sharing System. And basically the nuts and bolts of it is, it's communication between our software and the state. That's something that all counties have to have who have a contract with CAS. So that is part of our budget process. And that's something that's a requirement that we have that needs to be signed. I believe that one is also, I think you have to sign it as well, Rick, the attorney on that. You'll see the laws. And then the last one, C, is a renewal contract for the Children's Advocacy Center in McKean County. We call it the CAC for short. Anytime we have any kind of investigations, that's where our youth go for forensic interviews along with caseworkers and law enforcement. We call it kind of like a one-stop shop for kids who have suffered any kind of abuse, where they go to get interviewed and things like that, and it just streamlines the process, so our kids don't have to get interviewed multiple times, and putting them through some more trauma. So they're all renewals. That's it.
So items A and B, they're all renewals. Items A and B are just adding these keeping these providers in our stable. And item B is ongoing with the state.
Correct.
Any questions, comments? Hearing none, I'd look for a motion to approve items 2A, B, and C.
Motion to approve. Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy. New business number 3, it's a request by our tax claims department for a renewal contract with LexisNexis Risk Solution for Accurint for government subscription from August 1, 26 through July 31, 27 at a rate of $130 per month. We have our chief assessor here, Tyler Daniels. Tyler, I understand that we are just completing our first year of this software. If you want to give us a little synopsis, please.
The judge kind of, I don't wanna say he made us, but he kind of pushed us this way to get this. Because we had some properties that he didn't think had the proper service to them. This was a way that we could get it and not be in the law enforcement branch of the LexisNexis thing. So we had to get our own, and we're able to look up people that might not own the property, but might have an interest in the property that we're selling. So we can notify more people faster to get their correct addresses, so it's a better way of looking people up than the free online stuff. So that's why we had to get it. It wasn't okay with what was happening before with just the free version, so we had to get a paid version where it's much more accurate. So that's why we have it, and it's been working out pretty well for us, I'd say.
So this is when you have properties going up for sale, etc. You need a way to track the owner's current address so you can serve them with the necessary papers, which
Them and their next of kin, if they're dead or if they're in a home, we have to find out where they're at and where their other people are that are in their family. So we can
Be lien holders too. and-
lien holders.
Yep.
So we
The
can,
the fidelity of a sale requires proper service, so we just need a platform where we can locate who we need to serve, so there's no objections.
Has this program, since you've had it for the last year or 9 months or whatever, has it been a worthwhile piece of software? Like, is it helping you?
yes, we'll only really know once we go to court again. But everything in my mind says that it is helping and that we shouldn't have the same type of objections in court. So it'll definitely get us, it's getting us better information than we had.
Okay.
Is the notice that's provided, does it have a name? Is there, racking my brain trying to think about what that,
specific form.
what is that called? When
The
you-
actual
When you
document.
issuing to a lien holder or to an interested party? How do you, the notification itself, does that have a name?
The notice of
I
something.
was just gonna say, it's probably just a notice of sale that we're telling them that they have interest in a property that we're about to sell,
Right.
or that could go up for
If
sale.
they care to make a claim, this is how they want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that we give for the judicial sale,
Maybe that's,
the one that the sheriff,
maybe that's what I'm thinking.
puts out. Can't think of the specific name of it, if there is one, but it's just a notice to all lien holders that their interest could be negated if the property sells. Or if it goes past this sale.
And if you have one bad address, technically the whole thing gets tossed out,
Correct.
which is a colossal waste of time.
And you could have 20 people that you need to notify, and if one of them isn't notified correctly, that's why some were getting. Well, most of the time it was the owner and not a leaseholder. But if the owner doesn't get it and we can't find them because they're living in a tent in New York, that's what we get. That's the scenario that happened.
And, your staff, like Kirk and Chris are the main two using this?
Yeah, they
Okay.
look at it for that and they're able to find the most current address of specifically the owners is what we really want, but sometimes we have to use it for other things to try to get a hold of different people, so yes, they're the two main people so far.
So thank you. Another example of Elk County moving into the 21st century software. So great. Thanks, Tyler. So it's your recommendation that we approve this subscription?
Yes.
Thank you. Look for a motion to do that.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. New business number 4, we have a request from Jay Township for their allocation of liquid fuel funds in the amount of $7,500 for tar and shipping. County access pass through for the liquid fuel funds received by the state. State sends us the county share and then we distribute it equally among our municipalities. Municipalities have to apply for their share, which this year is $7,500. They have to apply for their share with application to PennDOT for an approved project. So once we get the approved project from PennDOT, it's up to us to pass through that money. So we have an approved project for Jay Township. I would make a motion that we approve that request for liquid fuel funds.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. New business number 5. We have a request by our Veterans Affairs for approval of benefits for 7 veteran burials, 2 spouse burials, and 7 veteran headstones. Again, our Veterans Affairs Department does a wonderful job keeping up with these benefits for our county veterans. Look for a motion to approve that request.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. New business number 6, we have a request from the Salvation Army for courthouse lawn use on August 14th for their annual back to school bash. This has been a recurring event, so look for a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. There's no correspondence today. Under good of the county, we welcome and encourage the public to attend our meetings. Please continue to pray for our military personnel, our families and our children, their teachers, all elected officials, and peace in the world. Questions from the press? Thank you. Comments from taxpayers? Hearing none, look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Meeting is adjourned. Our next meeting will be 10 a.m. on August 6th, right here in this very room. Thank you.